The house very much is a character. It gives the whole thing a sense of majesty and scope and scale, so we still have that. And how the war impinges on the running of the house is very, very pronounced in the second series.
OK, let's have it quiet on the stage, please, and we'll do a rehearsal.
The shock of the Great War was that, first of all, it was most definitely not. And secondly, it went on for a great deal longer than anyone expected. And it therefore absorbed everyone into its mayhem. It also got down into the servants' hall, and it coiled them all into this change.
The battle for Carson and Mrs. Hughes is really to keep the show on the road in this very difficult situation. I mean, the kitchen's full of extra helpers. They're feeding all these officers upstairs, and the family is trying to live its life in the middle of them.
The world is breaking up. I mean, Carson can't deal with that. I mean, God knows when we get to Series 3, the poor man will have to be put in a straitjacket. I mean, if he gets to the roaring 20s, he'll be carried away gibbering and frothing at the mouth, won't he?
Some of us are more ready to be dragged into the changes than others. I mean, Mr. Carson, for example, is very much nothing's changing. It means we're giving in to the Hun, if we so much as, put a silver spoon out of place on the dining room table, That's it, we've given in to them.
The male workforce is dwindling fast, and the women are starting to take on more and more of the men's jobs. So the stress of having to run the house in an improper manner, it seems to Carson, having to use maids in the dining room and the houses, the standards are being let slip. He allows that to get to him.
I have to sometimes serve at table now, which means being in a lot of long dinner scenes, so that's quite interesting. So I'm now kind of stood there going, oh, God, I'm glad I didn't have to do this last year.
Action.
I have a lot more to do up at the castle this season because, of course, wartime and a lot of the footmen and whatever have gone off to war, so I'm afraid I'm having to do things like serve up the creme de menthe after dinner in the drawing room. It's a bit beneath me, really, but anyway. What do you remember? Lady Sybil becomes a nurse and she trains, and they're all doing all sorts of war effort business.
Looking good.
I'm knitting socks, by the way, in case you're interested. That's my Mrs. Hughes' war effort. She's knitting socks for the trenches.